guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ngoc. In today's video I'm going to be talking about my experience and the differences between a medical assistant and a RN, which is a registered nurse. So if you guys are interested in this video, then please be sure to stay tuned. Subscribe if you guys are new. I am currently a nurse. I'm working at the hospital and also a doctor's office. I'm also on my journey to becoming a nurse practitioner, so I try to do videos in regards to my nursing journey, but I'm also a mother of 4 boys, so who loves luxury goods, so I try to do videos all about that. So if you guys are interested in those types of videos, please be sure to subscribe. But anyways, let's get to the video. Alright, so a lot of you guys, or most of you guys, if you guys have been following me a while, you guys know I started as a medical assistant and then I recently graduated as a RN. And during high school, ever since I was little, I always wanted to be a medical assistant. A nurse. But things happen in life, so I ended up going to become a medical assistant first, and then a nurse. But let me just kind of talk to you guys. So I'll kind of talk about like the schooling between the two, and then the pay, experience, and all that stuff, and the type of work. But so I got my medical assistant degree, or I went to school, or a certificate. It's actually like a certificate through a technical school. So my number one thing is I don't really recommend going through a technical school. One, because it's expensive, and two, nowadays you can do it through like a community college, so you can get credits and do it through community college, what I've seen, and it's a lot cheaper. So back when I did it, I don't believe that it was offered through like community colleges, so that's why I kind of went through the technical route. And at that point I didn't do good and wasn't good in my community college status, education status, and then one of my friends was enrolled in the medical assistant program at the technical school, so I went ahead or nursing or medical assistant friends there. We got along really well. I was able to push through that. Now the program, I think it was less than a year. I want to say it was it like 9 or 10 months or so, and so you go to the school, the medical assistant school, you're going to learn like vocabulary, terminology, skills, as in like injections, blood draws, and all that. And then I think my classes were, I took the option to do evening courses, and I think they were a couple hours long, and I believe I went, was it every day or every other day? I can't remember. It's been like 10 years since I was when I got my medical assistant, I think. So I went to school, did evening courses, so they have flexibility as if you wanted to do day or evening courses, part-time or full-time, I believe. Back then, I'm not sure about now. I would just look into like the community college options. Now if you can't do that, then I'm pretty sure they still have the technical career courses, like through Concord or wherever else they have technical courses these days. I don't remember. But yes, so I did that, and then there were, once you finish the courses and passed, I think there was externships, which it was, for me, I got into pediatrics, so I was really happy about that. I've always wanted to work with pediatrics, so my externship ended up being pediatrics, and so I did 3 weeks as a medical assistant, or 6 weeks total there, and I did 3 weeks at the front office and then 3 weeks in the back office. And lucky for me, I was able to actually be offered a job at my externship, and that's how I started my medical assistant journey working. So I was really fortunate to be able to do that. I know there's been back then there was a lot of people who weren't able to get or land jobs after graduating. It was just like hard for them to find jobs. I know I had lots of friends who graduated at the same time as me, and they weren't able to find a job afterwards. So it just all depends on experience, luck of the draw, networking, and all that stuff. So I also recommend anyone who wants to be in the medical field to always volunteer or start your job off as a CNA or PCT. That really gets you into the field. But yeah, so I did medical assistant for about 7-8 years, and that's when I decided to go back to school to become a nurse. So if you guys followed my nursing journey, yes, my kids are always here. Okay, well, let me record a video first. Alright, sorry guys. The kids are always gonna pop in here. There's 2 of them over here watching me. But yes, so then I decided to go to nursing school through community college because as a mom, I need to save some money, okay? So don't let anybody shame you if you went to school through community college. I'm all about saving the money. I feel like education, you will get the same. It's all about how you do on the floor as a nurse and how well you are as a nurse, and not, oh, I went to this top university, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's gonna know that at bedside, or, you know, that whenever you go to a patient, they're not gonna know, oh yeah, she went to a university and she did it. No. So community college route, I always recommend to save money. And then right now, all the universities, a lot of them are going through online courses, so they're still going to charge you their regular price, and might as well just go through community college. All right, so I went through community college to get my ADN, or Associates in Nursing, and then I bridged at a university, which is UTA of Arlington. That's where I'm going. I bridged there. So the nursing program, community college is 2 years, and then I bridged from RN to BSN, which is, I'll just say, like another year. So technically 3 years. I think a lot of community college or universities, if you do the actual BSN, I think it might be 4 years. I don't know. It just all depends on which college, which program you go to. But yes, so after years of being a medical assistant, I decided to follow my dream and become a nurse. So that's that. Now, I don't know if you got caught on to all that spiel. I just started kind of spilling. That's kind of like the journey of how I became a medical assistant and a nurse. Now, as a medical assistant, I worked at a primary care doctor's office, pediatrics, like I mentioned earlier before. And then once I got my RN, I was still at a pediatric office. So job role wise, at a primary care doctor's office, it's pretty much almost the same. You are pretty much doing the same thing as a medical assistant. I was triaging patients, also triaging as in like phone triage, and also bringing them back, getting vital signs, triaging. As a medical assistant, I was able to draw blood, injections, do lab draws or quick in-house draws, as in like urinalysis, blood draws, glucose sticks, catheterizations, and all that stuff, and then phone triaging. I did that for years as a medical assistant, and then as an RN, I was actually doing the same thing at the office. There's not much of a difference in a primary care setting from my experience between a medical assistant and an RN. Now, pay-wise, there is definitely a big difference. So if you guys really want to just stick with primary care and become an RN, you're going to do pretty much the same thing as the medical assistant from where I've been through and all that. Now, I don't know about other settings. I know medical assistants are hired through primary care doctor's office, family doctor's offices. There are some clinics or like hospital clinics that hire medical assistants. Now, I don't believe, or I haven't seen hospitals actually hiring medical assistants, but I could be wrong. I didn't really look into that. I know like certain hospitals who have like little office clinics do hire medical assistants, so it's, you know, you can always look into that. Now, as salary, as I mentioned, salary wise, either I've seen medical assistants get paid from the bottom salary to a pretty decent salary. So it just depends on where you are, your experiences, the environment you're working in. So just do some research on your area and what they offer. But yes, so now in my new office or the office I'm currently working on, the only thing between the RN and the MA is they're not allowed to triage patients, like phone triage and give advice through the phone. So there are RNs who are doing that. That's pretty much like education and advice and what to do and what to watch for. So the medical assistants aren't allowed to do that. But otherwise, we medical assistants and RNs, they are doing the same thing at the doctor's office, triaging, blood draws, lab procedures and all that. It's pretty equal. Now I'm not sure about the pay rate between those, but I'm pretty sure RNs are getting paid more, as you know, if really needed, they can just put an RN into like the phone triage. But yes, now At the hospital, at my current hospital, they're not medical assistants or anything, so it's just the CNAs and the RNs. And I don't believe, I feel like CNAs, as a medical assistant, you're not, like if you're doing primary care, usually medical assistants are in like primary care and clinic settings. So you're not doing a lot of duties like as a CNA would in the hospital. You know how they would do transfers, showering or bathing, or showering, bathing, taking patients to the restroom, cleaning them up, depending if they're able to move themselves or not. So as a medical assistant, I never had to do that because I was in a primary care office setting. So that's just in and out visits pretty much. Now I know there are some places like surgery places or surgical centers, I think they do hire medical assistants, and I think it's pretty much the same thing, just triaging patients and then just bringing them back, letting the doctor see them, and then just simple or injections. I'm pretty sure everyone's allowed to do that. But that's pretty much it. So far I haven't seen like big difference in the primary care setting. So if you guys are medical assistants out there and you guys are doing other things, please comment down below so we can all kind of get like another overview. But that's my experience so far. As a medical assistant, I only worked in the pediatric setting, so I never worked with adults as a medical assistant. But I have had friends who were in the family practice, and it's pretty much the same thing. You're just triaging and giving injections, doing simple lab procedures or blood draws. But yes, so school-wise, if you guys wanted to further on your career, I always do recommend going back to school, becoming a nurse if that's what you want. Now you're happy being a medical assistant, shout out to you. I loved being a medical assistant. I see no problems with that. I feel like medical assistants are great. They are able to do a lot of things. They're a great addition to the healthcare field, and it kind of gives you a step into becoming close to that patient care, passionate care, as you would be with any nursing or medical field. So I have lots of medical assistant friends. Shout out to all you guys. I loved it. I don't regret ever choosing becoming a medical assistant and then the nursing, becoming a nurse after. So yeah. Let me see what else. I'm just kind of going off of what I'm thinking right now, so I didn't write down certain things to talk about, but please let me know down below what else you guys want to know. I can go do like another part to this video, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little overview of it. So school for medical assistant was like less than a year. RN could be from 2 to 4 years. And the cost of RN school, of course, is more. Medical assistant, if you go to community college, is a lot less than if you were to go through like the technical schools. And as far as the MA and RN, you do have to take a certificate class or completion course to get to be certified. I do know that some places hire medical assistants who aren't certified but have had experience and passed their schooling. So just kind of look around. Of course, RN, you gotta pass the NCLEX to become an RN. But yes, so that's kind of like an overview of my experience so far. If you guys have any other questions, like I said, just let me know down below and I'll be sure to come back and do like a follow-up video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the video and want to see more. Kids in the back making noise right here. But yes, so I will see you guys in my next video.